Did you know that some of the earliest inhabitants of ancient China may not have looked like the people we see today? What if I told you that Chinese legends, archaeology, and ancient genetics hint at the presence of dark-skinned, African-descended people living in China thousands of years ago, long before recorded history? This is the lost story of ancient China's Black Presence, a piece of history that rarely gets talked about. Ancient Chinese writings describe early groups known as the Li Min, the Kunlun, and the Qingzhou people, often described as dark-skinned, curly-haired, and physically distinct from later Chinese populations. Some of these groups lived in southern China, and others appear in stories as early as the Shang dynasty, nearly 3,000 years ago. Were these people migrants from Africa, or were they part of the original human population before East Asian features became dominant? Archaeological findings in places like the Yunnan and Guangxi regions show ancient skeletons with features more similar to Melanesians and Africans than modern East Asians. And remember, humans migrated out of Africa tens of thousands of years ago. Some scholars believe that early African-descended people passed through southern Asia into China during those migrations. So the real question becomes, were these early dark-skinned groups the first wave of humans to settle parts of China? In classical Chinese literature, the Kunlun people were described as black-skinned, strong, and talented sailors. Some stories portray them as heroes, others as skilled warriors or servants in royal households. But what's most fascinating is how consistently their dark complexion is mentioned, suggesting they were a real and noticeable group in ancient society. While mainstream history rarely highlights it, the evidence suggests that yes, people with African or African-like features lived in ancient China, especially in the southern regions. They were part of the early human story long before modern nations existed. This challenges everything we think we know about ancient Asia and reminds us that human history is far more connected than we imagine. If you want more videos on hidden African history, ancient civilizations, and stories rarely taught in school, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment.